Well, all right, I'm gonna show you how we built this cobblestone fire pit patio, and now have a great place to have on a Friday night like tonight to relax, have a campfire. We got the little lights on over here, and we're seeing the wall that we built a couple years ago. So we built this wall a couple years ago, but we wired it with some really nice landscaping lights that go all around, and it's beautiful at night. So that's our fire pit. I'm glad this project is done. Okay, so our project today is this. We're gonna be putting a fire pit. Renee bought me this fire pit for Christmas, actually. We had one that I loved, and it ended up actually just falling apart. But we are gonna be putting a new fire pit here, and we're gonna eventually be putting all this cobblestone down. Why, hello. You make me look like some weakling. Anyways, we are going to be putting this fire pit here in the center of this ring area. We built this rock wall a couple years ago. You can see that lines the pool. Now this is all cobblestone that we got for free, and we're actually going to be taking it eventually and building a cobblestone patio around the fire pit. But we want to do the fire pit first and get that done. This is one that Renee bought for Christmas for me. And it's from Home Depot, and it was one that was part of the U.S. National Parks thing or something.
That's why I'm moving the stone. It's part of his Christmas gift.
Yeah, it was all the stone was part of my Christmas gift. All of this.
You shouldn't have to work for this one.
She's saying I shouldn't have to work for this one, but I am. We're gonna take some measurements, and you know, this one's supposed to be easy to be done. You know, I was like, oh, let's do a fire mortar and build a whole masonry thing. I just don't have the time, so we're gonna do it this way. With this kit that we got, and we'll see what happens. So that's what we're doing, and let's hope it goes well.
This poison ivy is starting to burn.
Okay, so change of plans. I'm back from Lowe's, and I didn't like how the fire pit, I didn't like the level enough. It wasn't level enough for me. And then Renee has been digging it all out while I was getting all the stuff for the sand and some gravel. So I took the pit apart, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a rough form, concrete form. I'm gonna get some fast setting concrete and pour it on that, and then we're gonna build the fire pit off of that. Yeah, that's just gonna do it. So that's what we're doing. This is what it looks like right now. I got some wood out back here that was used for the shed build that we had, extra wood that we didn't use, and I'm gonna build forms out of it. You know, as long as it's level, it doesn't really matter. But this wood is all just junk wood, but good enough to use for a quick little concrete form. So okay, forms made. Okay.
What?
Okay. All right, let's put some gravel in it.
What?
Let's put some gravel in. Had to do 2 trips for the concrete, so I'm just going to use a high strength mix. I'm going to actually set them up, get them all over there, because I dropped off the first load over there in the driveway, and the other one is still in the truck. But what I'm going to do is actually use the wheelbarrow. That's what I'm going to mix in, I'll grab a couple bags, come over here, take them out, mix, throw it in the form and go there. But also, I'm gonna throw some steaks in there in the form to actually make sure that there is some, it's a little more strength, that type thing. So it's gonna be hot, but it's feels good. So anyways, all right, here we go. I got all the concrete down in. I'm gonna wait for it to set up a little bit before I float it more. Oh, I'm hot. But anyways, Renee did a good job at digging everything out around here while I was gone. And let it set up and I'll float it, get a nice little swirl, and then we'll hopefully be done with that. I'm sunburnt in the face, it looks like. And then Renee did some work up there. I don't know if you can just see her. She's up there. She took all the dirt or soil that was here, all the good soil, and what she did is she used it up on some of the rocks up there that really needed some help. And she planted a bunch of wildflower seeds in there. So that's cool. Hey, honey.
Hi.
All right, so let's float it now. Oh. I don't know if I want to do a brush finish or this. Oh, it looks pretty good. Nice trowel finish. Gonna let it set overnight. Slab all came out pretty good. All the stone underneath, that's for the extra drainage when it gets wet. That's all been packed down. But so you're gonna average it roughly about, looks like a 4 to 5 inch slab. They use 2x6s instead of 2x4s, so looks pretty good. It's gonna be pretty heavy for what we're gonna use it for, but that's good. That's really it. But now I'm trying to put the patio, the fire pit together. Okay, next step in the fire pit patio slash cobblestone project is to actually, all the stuff that Renee dug out while I was building that, we have to, before we put the sand or gravel down for the pavers or the cobblestone we're going to use, it's all lumpy, so we're going to just grade it nice and flat so we have a flat surface to work with, and then we'll put the sand that we had dumped all the way over there, and the gravel we're going to wheelbarrow it over here. So we're at the next step, but got the sand for the next layer. That's good. We've had some uncooperative weather here the past couple of days, but I'm going to show you what we got. The gravel, this type of gravel, it might look a little weird, but what it actually is it's from a local concrete company, and it's rewash. So it's very thick, heavy-duty gravel, great for forming a base. Also, it's cheap. You know, we got it for $10 a yard, so you know, 4 yards for 40 bucks, and that's pretty. You can't get gravel for that. Basically, a gravel at one of the big box stores is like a what is it, $6.98 a bag for half a cubic foot. So you know, this will work better and form a lot better, and compact, and really form a nice base that gives us support and also allows water to drain through. But tip is, if you ever need to make concrete, use this stuff as your aggregate. Make some really strong concrete, and it's cheap. So that's what we're gonna do for gravel. I'm gonna start actually wheelbarrowing it over there, and I'm gonna start by putting in, you know, to the back, marking my way forward. So that's really it. I hope the weather cooperates. We tend to, the past couple of days we've been having a lot of just weather that doesn't cooperate. We got a lot of rain last night, so everything was soaking wet, and you know, the sand got washed in, and it was a mess. But anyways, so it's nice right now. We're gonna get as much done as I can get done, and I think Renee might come out and help me, but it's also we're going out for dinner for her birthday, so you know, hubby's gotta get his butt moving and get this stuff done. So alrighty. Here we go. Lightweight baby. Lightweight baby. Ain't nothing but a peanut. Lightweight baby. Start in the back. I'll start here because I gotta put it on the wall by accident. Not my intention to do that. We're at the next step of this process where I have to pack the gravel base layer for the pavers down, and then I can do the 1 inch of sand, and then hopefully I can start setting the pavers today. I think I should be able to. I wish I had my sunglasses. I left them in the car with Renee, and she's not home, so that stinks. But anyways, that's the next step. All right, what I'm gonna do first is going to just wet it down just a little bit, get it damp. What that's going to help do is keep the dust down, but also help pack it. And it goes. I don't know if you can see it, it sounds brutal. Got one course of the cobblestones down, and I'm beat, so I'm gonna call it a day. Renee comes up with some great ideas. I'm just kidding. These cobblestones are all a pain in the butt. They are so different in sizes and weights and lengths and widths and everything. I did this first row with the ones that are all similar, and then I'm gonna switch to the bigger ones and change the pattern. But I need to take a break. Like, I changed into this and the hat because I was getting sunburnt. I couldn't find any suntan lotion, but my legs are burnt, and I found some suntan lotion eventually. But it's been out here for, it's like 3:30, 4 o'clock. So I've been out here since 9. So I need to go in and take a rest. So until another day, Patio. Well, this project didn't get done in the speed that we wanted to, because it has been raining for like 7 days straight. So good thing is the sand is kind of, it's actually a lot not level, but the stones I did put down, they're good. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my hand float, my magnesium float, and basically use that to level or flatten the sand out to put the pavers down, because I don't want to do all that again. And it seems pretty stiff, so that's pretty cool. So hope it works. And we also have to get done because we have a cookout coming up that we have to have all this stuff done and finished. So I don't know if you can hear in the background, but Renee's over there on the other side of the property, way over there, where she did the arborvitae property line. She put the arborvitae, I think it was like 27 arborvitaes, but or green giants, or placata green giants, excuse me. But she's trimming down a lot of the grass that's on it. We have a big hill over there. You can't take the lawnmower or anything over there. But she's trimming it down because she has some wood chips coming in that she's going to use that to kind of dress that whole area. And I'm going to be doing all this masonry type stuff. Not masonry, I should say paver. It's not really masonry, but that's what I'm doing. Cool. Perfect. At this point of the project, it became evidently clear that we needed more cobblestones to finish this project. Renee originally thought that 85 to 90 were fine. I originally said no, we need about 300 to 350. So Renee, at this point, set out to find some cobblestones. Alrighty, so we had this excavation company that Renee found that is selling these cobblestones for $1.50 to $2 a piece. And got to pick through them all. You see, this is one pile. I'm out and back. The back behind me because I'm finding some good ones back here because it doesn't seem like anybody wants to go back here because all prickers. But anyways, the problem here is most of these are all gray. So the cobblestones we already put down are not gray, they're mixed color. So we're literally picking through all this stuff, trying to figure out what we're gonna do. Our original plan was to get like 200 or 300 of them. But since it looks like the majority is gray, we think we're gonna get 100 of them first. And that's what we're gonna do. But we're picking through all this stuff. Gotta be careful too, because it's like, you know, you hit something and the whole thing can just like come down. So it's a little dangerous, but things that Renee finds. Well, we found some good pieces, and just have to chisel a lot of them, I guess. So that's what we're doing. But next step in this project, so we're gonna load them, organize them, bring them back, unload them, organize them, and then start to work again. Okay, well, we're on to the next step here, but I want to get this project done because my wife, Renee, actually bought a gazebo for the pool and didn't tell me, ordered it, and was like, oh yeah, I gotta install it. I want to have it done by our daughter's birthday, which is in like 2.5 weeks. So while I was working on the patio yesterday, her father showed up to help out because there's no way I could do all of this at once, and put all these forms in because we have to pour a concrete pad to put the gazebo that's going to go right here to the entrance of our pool. And I have to put some conduit in here before we pour it, before the concrete truck comes, because we want to be able to have some electric and power to put lights and a fan and all that stuff. So that's today's project, I guess. doing now, Renee?
I'm making a mulch bed.
Mulch bed.
What, you don't think I should?
That's the finished surround. Now I just have to let it cure for a couple days before we seal it with the same stuff that Renee used to seal it, but she wanted a rough finish to match it. Now that is, I keep tripping on cobblestone. That is a, I said it was mortar by accident. It's actually a fine aggregate concrete mix that's used for this portion. And I hand shaped it and hand floated. I think they did a pretty good job. It's roughly 9 inches off of the base around. The thing is, obviously, because the cobblestones are, you know, all not even surfaces or on regular surfaces, that's up and down, but you can see it's also sloped. I just let the rain run off, but it's pretty good for a pretty cool fire pit. Yeah, so it's all done. All the cobblestone is in. Got the fire going. I put this grate that comes up and down on it. But yeah, look at got lighting behind me. Got the shed. Well, that shed's gonna be. I'm eventually gonna build a new one of that. But I got the pool up here with the big float and that fence that we're gonna replace eventually too. But yeah, so that's it. It's all done. Now it's time to make some s'mores.
Is Daddy gonna eat it? Does Daddy want some s'mores?